Uppers, it's your boy John Demand here, aka Hat to the Back. It's Wednesday, New Comic Book Sabbath, December 2020. Year's almost coming to an end. Joined by co-CEO Thomas Devine with the action. There can only be one, and of course, you guys joined by ACBL Classic Ken, aka the Fourth Element. How is everybody doing?
Very good, John.
Awesome.
Hanging in there. It's 2020, so I'm just glad it's almost over. So
that is a fair answer. Tonight, you guys, we are just going to be flying through some exciting titles that we picked up. We're going to hear from Ken, see how he's doing. He had a chance to check out a really neat Stephen King opportunity today, kind of an online exclusive thing that he'll tell us about. So looking forward to that. But first, Tom, how was your week? What's new?
My week was good. It was busy. Cyberpunk 2077 comes out tomorrow. Ready Player 2 came out last week, so I'm about halfway through that. And so it's actually like I'm a little behind on comics because there's that Ready Player 2 is keeping me reading that. And then also I'm just so excited for this next video game. I beat Far Cry Primal last week. I'm all excited for this next game to get into. And I've been looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077 for a long time. So I'm definitely excited, but it's definitely really cool to see Ken here as well. As all of you probably know that have been following us, Ken is an old OG member of the crew. He was a daily, a weekly co-host with me and John for such a long time. So Ken, it's so good to see you, man, and have you back. I've missed you so much.
It's good to see you. It's good to be back. It's been a while in this comic book look, so I'm glad to make a guest appearance once in a while.
That's right. Yeah, usually you get him joining behind John or telling John some different tidbits of what's happening during the live stream. So it's good to have you actually sitting at your own chair with your own monitor today.
Mm-hmm.
I can still run upstairs and into John's office if that works. Keep the phone going.
Yeah, hopefully your guys' internet speeds can handle this double stream, huh?
No, well, we upgraded it, and we've both been working from home without issues, so hopefully.
Okay.
We're not sick of each other yet, so.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So, John, how was your week?
Good, man. It's just been kind of a blur. And it's December, Tom. This is nuts. Another year on the books, and when we look at our channel on YouTube, like those old episodes, and you look at those date stamps, woo!
Yeah, man, decade.
You never thought, when you film that first episode of your new project, you're never like, man, this is gonna be like vintage someday. And I look at it now, and I'm like, damn, I look good. Goals, life goals, right there.
That's right, exactly. Here's to another 10 years. So
yeah.
Well, to get right into it, Ken, I want to see, what have you been up to? Clearly, you have this like insane horror, like shrine to Stephen King behind you. So tell us about it. Tell us about your Stephen King, passion, how this has grown, how your collection has grown, and what you got going on right now, man.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely do that. I've kind of reduced my comic book collecting quite a bit. I've kind of gotten out of that. I've gotten more into collecting Stephen King. I used to do that in high school. He was one of my favorite authors to read in high school. Me and my best friend, we'd each read the same book at the same time and compare notes in the morning to see, what we thought of it. So have some really good memories of Stephen King. He's got such great stories and movies, TV shows, all the stuff that they've been doing. I just love almost everything that he puts out. But a big fan of his, and I've been literally collecting his stuff for going on 30 plus years at this point. And I've got well over 300 of his books. I collect multiple covers of them. So, if there's a different variant cover like a comic book, I'll pick it up. So John makes fun of me because I buy most of my books at the secondhand stores and the thrift stores and the used stores. So I'll come home with like 3 hardbacks and a couple of paperbacks, and he's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, seriously, that cost one of your comics. And it's okay. It's not too spendy of everything. The pops are what gets me in trouble, though. But I do like the pops. But yeah,
the pops can get out of control pretty quick,
Oh yeah, the It ones. They came out with like all sorts of different It ones, and of course I had to get them all. And I don't know if you can see behind me, I've got the Stephen King ones behind. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, anything Stephen King related, I'm interested in it. I want it. I want to add it to my collection. I actually have a friend that I work with who her family owns the farm where Children of the Corn was filmed. Part of it was, and she's going to get me a jar of dirt from the farm so I can actually have dirt from the farm where Children of the Corn was filmed.
That's cool, man.
So I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, I guess the big thing was Stephen King's got a new miniseries coming out on CBS All Access, The Stand. It's a remake. They did it in the 90s, and it's based off the book, of course. But I actually had won a chance to see an online interactive first preview. It doesn't actually come out to next week, but I got to watch the first episode tonight. Amazing. Absolutely
Really?
amazing. The music is amazing. The opening is amazing. They've changed it up from the book. It doesn't open quite the same way, and the way they introduce the characters is a little different, but it just flows so good. And I mean, it was just really, I told John we're definitely getting CBS All Access just for that alone.
Star Trek and
and
Stephen
Picard,
King.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was excellent. If you're a fan of King, if you like The Stand, I would definitely recommend checking it out when it comes out.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm a Dark Tower guy. So then, that's Randall Flagg, same bad guy. And so like, I love The Stand, and The Stand kind of I think maybe I might even have read The Stand before I read any Dark Tower books. And then, so just that I definitely put that as one of my favorites from Stephen King. So that's really cool that there's a new series. I'm definitely going to check it out. And how did you get sneak peek access? That's dope, man.
So I'm actually on a Facebook group of all things called the Stephen King Constant Readers. If you're a Stephen King fan, I recommend you check it out. There's a couple of them, but you want to look for the one that's the Stephen King Constant Readers fan club. And they just had CBS. Apparently, I don't know if they reached out to CBS or CBS reached out to them and said, hey, we've got so many of these spots. We want to offer them to some of your people. And so they made an announcement. They're like, we'll be posting a link at 9:00 at this time. Click on the link, fill out the information, and you have a chance to get a ticket or a virtual ticket. And so I just waited, came up and did my thing. And yeah, I got the notice the next day that I was chosen. So it was actually pretty cool. And then at the end of it, they did this interactive kind of role-playing virtual thing where you were seeing out the eyes of a person, and then she had choices like go to this door or go to this door, or use this key here, and then you could chat and say, okay, go left, go right, do this, do that. And it was actually interactive. It was actually pretty neat. I didn't stay for the whole thing, so I could make it for this, but it was different. But yeah, it was worth seeing. I can't speak enough of it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's like, and it's so cool that you got picked for that. I mean, how awesome. I don't know. I mean, I would be stoked. It's like you get
made my week
a week earlier than everybody else. That's dope, dude.
Very cool.
He wouldn't even let me watch it. He was like, oh, sorry, it's just my name on here. So.
Oh, and it literally was, you had the screen, and to make sure that you did video it or screenshot it or anything, it literally had a watermark with your name on it. So it was prepared for Ken Creamer right across the screen. So that way, if you filmed it, they would know who did it because it's right on the watermark.
Dude, how cool is that? You got it like now you get like Kim. Hopefully you took a shot of that with your phone so you can at least still be like, look at this. I'm watching this first episode a week early and it says my name across it.
I did get a picture of it that I'll probably post once the episode after it comes out, but I'll wait until it's actually released.
Yeah, dude, that's so sweet, man. Nice. Wow. Well, cool.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So I also have a blog that I'm working on, but unfortunately 2020 has not really been kind to me on that, and I'm actually behind on posting anything. So I'll give the blog out at some point in the future, maybe not right now. Let me get it back in a decent order, and then maybe I'll share it.
Well, heck,
if you guys want a sneak peek of that, just head to @John I've already been tweeting about it. So just check recent tweets. So
good. That'll
I'll get it back up and running. I just need to put some more videos for it.
Well, that's cool, Ken. And we'll keep promoting that. And I mean, anybody who's got that Stephen King fandom, definitely be checking out Ken's stuff. Follow Ken, and clearly, you'll never have the collection like him, but you can be second best.
It's okay to try.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Well, we got some books to talk about tonight, Tom. And tonight we are going to be slicing and dicing and going top shelf on these. We got some homework to do tonight, and then Ken and I got some relaxing to do tonight too. So we are all just kind of all systems go here, but we're going to fly through some exciting pickups we picked up today. Kind of a random day. I don't know about you, Tom. I was all over
Dude,
the place.
it was so random, and thank you. As John said, I do literally have homework. My daughter has a homework project that's due tonight, so I hit John and Ken up. I was like, guys, we got to like dice this sucker up. We can't go 50 minutes to an hour tonight. We're going to cut it to 15 to 20. So yes, we're going to be flying through. But I thought going in was going to be like a slow week, and then by the time I checked out, I was like, well, no, not slow at all. So I'll bust right into it, and I'm going to go 2 at a time. So let me see. I'll do these 2 fit together pretty well. So we got Getting It Together right here and Lonely Receiver. Getting It Together is like the Scene of Grace, slice of life, late 20s, early 30s, early 20s, kind of figuring out love, life, romance, friendship, relationship stuff. And it's really good. And I love that kind of slice of life. And then Lonely Receiver is like my favorite comic book of 2020, possibly. Yeah, I'm probably going to put it as number 1. This is that book that is playing on social media and having, taking Tinder and Grindr and everything else to the next level where you're looking for love through computers. But then instead of having someone else on the other end connect with you, the computer just connects with you. And then it really kind of shows how unhealthy that could be, or maybe it is healthy, and it explores this relationship that people have with humans and our love and our emotions and how that like the connections we have with people, maybe you don't need a person there and maybe you do. I don't know. It's a great way to explore this concept, doing such a good job. If you're a fan of the film Her by Spike Jonze, I definitely suggest you check this Lonely Receiver out.
Definitely. Well, following up on that 2 trend, I'm going to 2-pack 2 comics together here, both in the DC universe. So breaking that Marvel zombie trend. I got my Marvel hat on. Batman Detective Comics issue 1032. Again, between the Batman core title and this one, I'm leaning towards this one right now, just out of preference with the content and the characters involved. And also, you guys, again, having an issue number that is 4 numbers long and not a number 1 is very, very gratifying. So love that. I haven't read it yet, so I'm very curious to see how it treats me. And then bouncing off of that, saving this definitely for a Yuletide episode later this month, is the DC Christmas book, DC's Very Merry Multiverse. So we'll have to slice it up on that. And I saw Sarge got it too.
Oh, nice. So we should all talk about that at some point.
Yeah.
Because these creators are out of control, so we definitely should recheck these ones.
Yeah, so I'm excited to read that.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, and why I'm going to piggyback. You know how like we got this nice format for this?
Yeah,
it's like it was nice format attack mode. I have 3 prestigious format books. So, we have the Christmas DC. Then we got a new black and white Batman series that was prestigious format that was only $6. I was like, well, Marvel books are $6 and they don't come in prestigious format. So I'll buy this one. And then this one was $7 piecemeal. It's a Cullen Bunn Aftershock book, 1 shot, but it is like different. It's a completely, different concept, different size. This is what the normal comic book like is. This one is, much bigger. So it's cool. I got all these 3 kind of bigger books, but I'm excited to check them out.
Dude, heck yeah. Pokahan, thank you so much for tuning in and checking in with us on YouTube, my brother. Pokahan, you guys, is an amazing, amazing YouTube channel to follow for all things collectibles and just joyfulness in the culture of fandom. Great guy. We're lucky to have him here in our community. Thank you for tuning in today. Good to see you, too. We are alive, we promise.
Exactly. And you know what? Pokemon's the best. So if you guys are, take a chance and check out his back catalog. He has so many cool videos. So yeah, thanks again, Pokemon, for stopping in, dude.
Well, speaking of little 3-packs, then we're gonna bundle up here. So I'm gonna try out this DC event, Endless Winter.
Oh, you are?
So
Nice.
I did get Endless Winter, the Flash, Superman special, and the first issue. So it's parts 1, 2, and 3. So 10 of Swords, X of Swords, all over again with my parts. But excited to check it out and see. I might wear a scarf when I read it just to make sure I stay warm. But definitely looking forward to that. Plus, Flash being at the mercy of Black Adam. WTF, I'm so curious. So I'm reading it more so just because I'm curious to see what the heck happens.
I know, and Mark kind of got us excited for it last week. So now then it was like, even I saw it, I was like, oh, should I pick this up? Oh, speaking of Mark.
Speak of the
devil.
Like from the Ken game.
So I was thinking about it too, because Mark was talking about Endless Winter last week. So that's cool that you picked it up, dude. I want to talk about this book. Was weird. I'm only going to do one here, but this is, look at this. The comic book history of animation by Fred Van Lente. So I know Fred Van Lente, he's really good. Did like Hulk for a long time, did a bunch of Marvel stuff. But this is actually a non-fiction book. So it is literally a book telling the story about how animation started, talking about animation cells, who worked on them. I was so excited to see this. So I don't exactly know. I assume it's nonfiction. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is fake, the whole entire thing. I don't know. But I just think it's such a cool concept. If it is nonfiction, I'm super stoked about it. If it is fiction, then that's like an insane concept to go with, and I'm even more excited. So anyways, I thought this was a really cool, unique style of book. So definitely worth checking out.
Awesome. Mark also weighs in saying sorry, probably to the fact that I dove into it because of it. Mark, is that an indication that you did not care for it? That's the biggest question I got. I'll be curious to see what that response is. Coming up next, just in the spirit of bundling here, I got some X-Men Train. So first of all, Sword issue 1, Marauders issue 16, and Juggernaut issue 4. So Sword is kind of taking us back into space there. Captain Marvel and that Alpha Flight space station didn't quite work out, but now the gal Abigail Brand, who is overseeing the Alpha Flight space station, not Captain Marvel, is now overseeing this new space station instead with a group of mutants. And Magneto makes a pretty random cameo in it. Overall, it's a delightful book, just super random overall, but thoroughly. It's a fun step in the right direction. I mean, mutants in space. It's pretty cool. Marauders issue 16 stole the show for me. Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost take Sebastian Shaw to school. And it is the best issue I think I've read in this series so far. Strong 6 out of 6 beers right here. Highly recommend it, you guys, if you're not checking it out. Then finally, Juggernaut issue 4. It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you give Juggernaut his own book. Who knows what's going to happen?
It's random.
Well, here's a kind of a goofer one. Bill and Ted, number 4. It's still trucking along. We got Evan Dorkin. It's still super funny. So this is all running to my licenses from Dark Horse. And then wrapping up, this is Alien. This is the original screenplay adapted. So it's actually a little bit different than the movie. It's what the original story was. And this is going to be the last issue. It has been good. Even Ken, I think you might even like this one.
Oh, yeah. A big fan of Dan O'Bannon. He does good work.
Yeah. See, exactly.
That's awesome. Also, we did get a comment here from Mr. Brian. Can we get to the most important topic here? When is the next Alien Toilet Monsters coming out?
Who knows? Then read the first one. I heard it was good, though. They were supposed to see him at SuperCon, but then something happened with, like, they're from Canada and they weren't able to come. So, man, Brian, get the Alien Toilet Monsters people over here. We want to see them.
Bring them to South Dakota. Yes. Perfect. I did have a couple more here. On the spirit of bundling up again, I have 2 more King in Black crossovers. Namor issue 1 and Venom issue 31. Namor issue 1, I was so excited about because you're supposed to see what happens next with the new Agents of Atlas.
Oh, nice.
And you didn't see any of that. It was actually Namor like in his preteens kind of story, and I was like,
yeah.
So that was kind of lame. Venom issue 31 was just kind of a typical, oh my gosh, a crisis is happening. And I just, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm desensitized to Marvel events now. So it didn't really do much for me, I guess. Yeah. I did have a couple more. Did you have?
Yeah, I got 3 more.
Okay, cool. Me too.
So I'll just group these 3 together, though. I have they kind of work together, kind of a little bit darker. We remember I was talking major smack about Neil Gaiman and Sandman and all that, but I am picking up. There's a Sandman Lock and Key crossover. What is this, people? So that looks really sweet. I'm super stoked about that. And then
Stephen King.
What's that?
That connects to Stephen King.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that, Joe Hill, baby. The spawn of Stephen King, right?
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Everywhere.
He's got the comics, American Vampire, Lock and Key. You know, he's in comic books. He's everywhere.
I love that, man. You're right. Yeah, I forgot that he wrote that issue of American Vampire once too. That's funny that you even remember that, Ken.
I have
comic book knowledge.
I have a Batman annual that he did the introduction for. from like '94. So he's actually got. I've got an X-Men where he actually did a couple of pages of dialogue in a. I think it was like a charity Mutants Against Hunger type comic book, and he actually did the comics. So he's got quite a few comic book connections too.
That's dope, dude. That's dope. My next book, the second to last, Sweet Tooth, The Return, #2. I'm on board. You know, it's different, but I'm excited to see what else this mystery holds. I read the entire first series, one of the first completed series that I picked up weekly when it first came out. It's my introduction to Jeff Lemire. Love it. So excited to keep cracking into that.
Dude, heck yeah.
And if you want to, let's see what you got. Oh, Pokemon's coming in here to see the chance to see the New Mutants. I haven't. You guys?
We did have a chance to see it, so I got to give it up, man, for the last. I'm not even gonna spoil it, but the last 30 minutes or so really shined for me. Like, shout out to my favorite Purple Reptilian, common New Mutants character. I can't spoil it, but I was so freaking happy to see him on the big screen because I never thought that would happen. So I did thoroughly enjoy that. And Pokemon's coming in hot. You hear all 3 spiders are showing up in Spider-Man 3 along with Doc Ock.
I saw that.
Preach!
And Electro.
Preach!
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
For Electro
Yeah.
as well.
You know what's funny about those two? I got rid of some of those movies because I'm like, they don't matter. Whoops.
It's a multiverse. They all matter now.
Dang it. All right. Closing it down here with my titles, you guys. I got Strange Academy issue 6. Really excited to read this. Have not read it yet, but definitely amped just to see what that holds. And finally, you guys, Mighty Morphin issue 2.
Nice.
And of course, the All Rangers variant cover because why not?
I mean, it's a sick cover. That cover was dope. Hold that up again. I want that like as a wallpaper or a T-shirt. Like all those characters. That's sweet.
Right, exactly. Oh man, no, I'm so excited to read some of these books though, for sure. Pocahontas also weighs in there. They're in talks for It Chapter 3. You interested in a prequel or a sequel? So that one goes to Ken.
Ken.
I would watch it, but to be honest, I don't think it's needed. I think the 2 movies were really good. I think, as for the It prequel, I mean, in the book, they actually kind of explain the whole thing. So, I mean, I really don't know how they would translate that into a movie when you're talking interdimensional monsters from the Macroverse. It gets kind of weird. So I think I'm okay without a third It movie, but if it came out, I'd watch it.
Yeah. I mean, if they go It 3, it has to be It in space, and then I'll watch it.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from originally, so.
Yeah.
There you go.
My last book is Crossover. Donny Cates, Jeff Shaw. I think this is going to be a huge book. I'm really, really excited. They're like playing with some meta stuff of like crossovering the world with every single Marvel and DC and Disney and Image character all into one thing. So this book is going to be a really, really cool adventure the whole way through. But that's it. I'm out. That's all my comics. And it was great. So John, let's see what you got, man. We finish this off.
Definitely. That's it, bro.
Oh, nice.
So those are all my books. So you guys, like we said, we are definitely just flying tonight. We're slicing and dicing. But next week, we're excited to come back with you with a very special guest from the 605 community as well. So looking forward to that. Thank you, Ken, for stopping by. I never get to see you anymore.
Not every day for 8 months.
But you guys, it's December 9th. Holy smokes, we're almost to the end of a year. Thank you guys all for those who chimed in and who are tuning in with us live. You're a great, solid community, and we are very happy to be a part of it. We hope that you guys are having an excellent December so far and looking forward to the coming weeks and to 2021. It's right around the corner. So with that, you guys, we're going to send you off the good old salute, and you guys have an excellent week, and keep it comics.